Hello everybody, Julia here from Just One More Card, and today I have a special video for you showing you how you can use your MISTI with your unmounted rubber stamps. A few of you have asked me how to do this and I had to look into this. I have to say the idea is not from me, I found this online, I just made a video about this, okay? I filmed that tutorial a while ago and decided to combine it with my new tutorial featuring new stamps by Purple Onion Designs, which were just released. So later on in this video you will see how I created this specific card. So we're talking about unmounted rubber stamps. Those are the ones that come just in this red rubber and there's nothing on them. That means if you try to put them on a regular acrylic block, they will fall off. Okay, that makes it kind of difficult to stamp with them, and you cannot adhere them to the MISTI, because the MISTI is basically a huge acrylic block. Now on this acrylic block you can see this little dirty thing here, which you can clean off. That is tack and peel. That's like a thick adhesive that you apply permanently to your acrylic block, and your unmounted rubber stamp sticks to it very well, so that's not a problem at all to use it. You can clean off the tack and peel when it gets dirty, so you can reuse it over and over and over. And yes, I can. I'm going to use this Graphics Cling Vinyl. It's very important that you grab Cling Vinyl, not just regular vinyl. It has to be Cling Vinyl. It's very important. This is the sheet, and only the glossy thing there is the vinyl. I actually cut it down. I cut one of the sheets, you get 6 sheets in this thing, in half, so it fits the MISTI exactly. I'm going to use just 1/2 of this. And the vinyl is actually just this thin film. There is no adhesive on this thing. I think the cling effect comes from static or some magic. You know, it's just crafting magic, of course. There's no adhesive, so I have the MISTI that is edged. So it's not, the grid is not drawn on it, so it's kind of edged into the plastic, so it does not hurt my MISTI at all. There's no adhesive on this. I've cleaned the door of my MISTI, and now I will simply put this onto the door of my MISTI. Since there is no adhesive on this, it will not hurt your MISTI, okay? You can remove it at any time without any issues. I'm just being very careful when I adhere this here. So I'm just putting this onto the clean surface of the door of my MISTI. Again, no adhesive, and you can see here, it just sticks to it. This is the tack and peel. This is still the wrapped version. And I should have gotten 2, I only got 1. So if you only get 1, you should apply it to the center of your MISTI, because you will need some space to wiggle your card base around later on, because you can't really see exactly where you stamp, so you might need to wiggle around your paper underneath it a bit. And if you adhere the tack and peel at the very top or bottom, you don't have that much space to wiggle your card base around. So if you start out with just one piece of tack and peel applied to the center of the vinyl on the MISTI, and if you get a second piece, just cut this in half and apply it to the top and bottom then. So it doesn't matter if it's not flush, if the pieces are not flushed, it doesn't matter. Now the tack and peel has 2 sides, a glossy one and this not glossy one. The glossy one here, that's the one where your stamp will go later on. So this is where your stamp will go. The not glossy one will be permanently adhered to whatever surface you choose to adhere it to. Now, I'm putting it down on top of the vinyl, which is currently adhered to my MISTI. Okay, so I'm not putting it directly on the MISTI. Don't do this, because it's not meant to be removed again or over and over. It's meant to be applied permanently. So now, the yellow piece here from the back, throw that away. But you also have a clear backer sheet. Do not throw that away. You need this again. Do not throw it away. Absolutely do not throw this one away. Because when you store your piece here, you need to put this back on top of this, okay? It's super, super sticky, which is why the rubber stamps, the unmounted rubber stamps, will stick perfectly to this. Now you can close this, you can double stamp, triple stamp, quadruple stamp, whatever you want. It will never move, and your rubber stamps are securely attached to the tack and peel, which is on the vinyl, which is on the MISTI. Okay, so now I'm back here with the clear sheet and I'm putting it back in place so I can put this into storage. As I said, do not throw this one away. This is very important. You need to keep this one. And once that is done, I'm just peeling back the vinyl here very gently. As I said, there's no adhesive on it. It doesn't hurt your MISTI one bit. And then I'm putting the vinyl back on the backer sheet that it came with. Okay, I'm just trying to adhere this as best as I can so I will not have too much exposed surface and therefore won't get any dirt on it. Or cat hair, because you know there's cat hair everywhere. So that's how it looks like. Listed supplies in the video description below. Alright everybody, now that I've shown you how I am using my MISTI with my unmounted rubber stamps, let's show you actually how I created a recent card. Now before I get started with the stamping, I used these two dies by by Pretty Pink Posh to create these two panels, and I used micropore tape to put those frames back in place. I'm holding these two panels in place over my actual card base because I want to stamp on it, and here I am using my MISTI. And here's a peek at the new stamps which have been released by Purple Onion Designs just last week. This is October 2016 now, and I am using my vinyl cling sheet and my my tack and peel. I'm just applying some clean water to the back of the cling sheet because it wasn't, I didn't clean the door properly the last time I used it, so it wasn't really tacky anymore, but you can make it tacky again just by adding a tiny little bit of water. I am removing the protection from the very sticky tack and peel, from the tacky tack and peel, and picking up my little stamp here, and there we go. Stamping this, and I didn't need to worry about the placement because it was pretty straightforward. And I'm double stamping this, and you can see because nothing shifts, I can absolutely double stamp rubber stamps without any problems at all. Now I also wanted to decorate the top panel here, so I'm grabbing an older stamp. This is the Sweet Stamp Shop, I think, or the Sweet Shop, and I'm just cutting the pieces apart here that I need. Doesn't hurt your stamps one single bit, and so this makes it much easier to use these stamps. And I'm using Simon's Stamp Fog ink. This is a very light ink, and I really like it because you can create a subtle pattern on white, but it's not distracting you. It's just there for you to see, but it doesn't distract from the actual focal image of your card. So that's what I like a lot about this. Now I put some foam tape on this panel with the smaller opening, but the foam tape was too wide and I could see it through the larger opening, which I will mount on top. So I'm just doctoring a bit here, trying very carefully to lift up the tape so I won't damage the paper, and then I can finally mount this on top. So you see, not everything works out when I do stuff. I mess up just as much as everybody else. Now for the coloring, I sped this up a bit. It's actually pretty easy coloring. It's from dark to light as always. And my goal was to accentuate the feathers here in his wings. So I'm just applying the darkest where the shadows would be, at least in my imagination the shadows would be. And I want to make sure that each section of his wings will look dimensional. And after I did my first layer, I'm just going back over this with my darker colors again, blending this out and making sure I have nice contrast. It's easier for me to do this with pencils, but pencils do take a lot of time, and I just got these stamps and I wanted to make sure I can show them to you right after they have been released, so I decided to use Copics instead. You can see I'm applying the same dark to light principle here when I color the rest of the owl. Again, if you would use pencils, you could probably, create the illusion of feathers. I'm not good enough to do that with Copics yet. I still have to take the animal coloring class at KIT CLOWDER. By the way, when you're watching this, you can still use the coupon for the KIT CLOWDER coloring class. There are infos on my blog, which is linked to in the video description below. The coupon is valid until October and throughout October 31st. So you still have a little bit of time if you want to buy one of the classes. Again, on my blog there's a lot of details about that. Now I finished the coloring and I used my pencil to draw in a line, and then used a Copic multiliner to draw the kind of the ground, the twig, whatever that the owl is sitting on. You can also see that I gave him bigger eyes because I just wanted to have him to have like bigger eyes to be more menacing, because it's like a Dracula owl, Dracowl, vampire owl, vampowl. I don't know, you can make up a name for him. And then I decided to use orange for my background, simply because I wanted something super intense, and I love the color combination of orange and yellow. It's just one of my favorite color combinations. I'm putting some tape here on this on my panels. Usually I would use my ATG, but I just got the refills and I haven't put the refills in yet, so I'm using up all the tape that I've got here. Because, you know, I paid for it, so I might as well use it. And I'm flush mounting this onto my card base, and you can see just how awesome this looks, the framed owl here. I don't know who am I going to send this to, but I'm going to send this to somebody. And here I have the Nuvo crystal drops. Actually, I have like all the Nuvo drops. They sent me a whole bunch of this. Some of you saw this already on my social media. And I will do an in-depth review soon. I'm still working on the review, but it will come soon. So hang in there for that. Subscribe to my channel because I have a lot to say about this stuff. It's amazing. And here you can see a close-up. I just love the black Nuvo drops against the orange background. And of course the owl is just so funny. I added some orange drops as well to his nose. Here's a close-up of the frame that I created with the pretty pink posh dies and the super soft stamping I did with some of the other Purple Onion design stamps and the Simon Says Stamp Fog ink. And here is the entire card. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget to check out my blog for the coupon code for the coloring classes, and don't forget to check out the new Purple Onion design stamps, which are on sale now. Well, not on sale, you can buy them now, okay? And here are 2 other Halloween videos that I published this year. I hope you enjoy those if you haven't watched them yet, and please subscribe to my channel, and I'll catch you again soon. Bye bye.